Hey guys, today on Sit Down with the Sci Guys, we are here with Erwin Schrodinger and Louis de Broglie to take a stroll down their lives.
Hi guys, I'm Erwin Schrodinger, accompanied with my good friend Louis de Broglie, and today we're going to be doing a Q&A. So some viewers from the Sit Down with the Sci Guys community on YouTube sent in some questions. Today we're going to be picking them out of a hat and answering them. Louis, will you do the honors of picking the first question?
Okay, first question from user Schrodinger debate. When's your birthday? Oh, my birthday is August 15th of 1892.
Dude, you're a Leo too? I'm a Leo. Okay, so my birthday is on August 12th, 1887. Okay, I'll get the next question. Okay, so next question is from user Louis the Boo. He asked, where did you spend most of your childhood at? So I lived in Vienna, Austria, but I went to hiding in Italy in 1939 because this Hitler guy was like really anti-Semitic, and I'm not about that life. So I went to Ireland because opportunities, and I went back home to Vienna in 1956. And fun fact, I'm an Irish citizen. So Louis, what about you?
I was born in France. I lived in France for my whole life. In France, I studied history in 1910, science in 1913, and then I finally decided to study general physics and pursue my career with it. I'll go ahead and pick the next question. What new information did we contribute to the understanding of the atom? Well, you see, in 1924, I introduced the idea that particles such as electrons could be described not only as particles but also waves. I came to this conclusion by the way streams of electrons were reflected against crystals and spread through tin foils. What about you?
So I developed off of Louis' theory, but like I took it one step further. I made an equation.
It allowed one to calculate the three quantum numbers, the size, shape, and its orientation in space.
And I wrote a paper on how the properties of subatomic particles change, or how atoms reacted. And I also developed off of Niels Bohr's work, but to be honest, I wasn't satisfied by his model of the atom because it only applied to hydrogen atoms. So I just created a more correct and precise model of how the electrons work, which is the one that we use today.
Compared to Bohr's model, which shows the electrons orbiting the nucleus, the new model shows the electrons going around the nucleus.
Erwin, why don't you go ahead and choose the next question?
Okay, so the next question is from user Saturday for the Chem. How did you guys find this new information? What experiments did you guys do? And do you want to start off, Louis?
Okay, in 1923, when I put forward this idea, there was no experimental evidence whatsoever, so it wasn't widely supported. It wasn't until 1927 when I used the Davison-Germer experiment to support my hypothesis. In the experiment, Clinton Davison and Lester Germer fired electrons at a piece of nickel metal and collected data on the diffraction patterns observed. The diffraction patterns of the electrons was widely consistent with the patterns already measured for X-rays, and since X-rays were known to be electromagnetic radiation, example waves, the experiment confirmed that electrons had a wave component. This confirmation meant that my hypothesis was correct.
Yeah, so I really didn't do any experiments, but I did math.
Next question, who did you guys work with?
Okay, so I worked with this guy named Werner Heisenberg, and it didn't go well. We had the same ideas, but we expressed it in like different ways. I was at fault too, but at least I went ahead to prove and show that they were the same thing, but just like differently explained. So I got like beef with this guy.
As for me, I stated before that I did an experiment with Clinton and Lester to confirm my hypothesis, and I am also connected to Schrodinger as my research and findings helped him create the Schrodinger's equation. Erwin, do you want to take the next question?
Yeah. So this is the last question of the video. We have this very fun question from Perry Loves Ugly God. Any interesting facts, he asks. So Louis and I, along with Heisenberg and Bohr, are the founding fathers of quantum mechanics. Albert Einstein and I are actually pretty close friends. I got inspired to get into this field because of him. So go follow his channel. The link is in the description below. I had a teacher. He was a genius, but he didn't make it out of World War I, which I also fought in. And I won half of a Nobel Peace Prize with Paul Dirac.
As for me, I was a member of the French Academy, permanent secretary of the Academy of Sciences, and professor at the Faculty of Sciences at Paris University. I also wrote several works on the philosophy of science and the value of scientific discoveries. Okay, so I think right now is a good time for a short break. When we come back, we'll look at my favorite video, like ever, which is the smiling dog Haas.
Back from the break, due to unexpected reasons, we are not able to continue the episode because Erwin Schrodinger died on January 4th, 1961. And Louis de Broglie died March 19, 1987.
Taste buds, I get way too petty once you let me do the extras. Pull up on your block, then break it down, we playing Tetris. AM to the PM, PM to the AM phone. Eat up your per diem, you just gotta hate them phone. If I quit your BM, I still rock Mercedes phone. If I quit this season, I still be the greatest funk. My left stroke just went viral. Right stroke, put a baby